Welcome. In this presentation, we will discuss NAEA's National Art Honor Society programs. In 1978, NAEA began the NAHS program to inspire and recognize students who've shown an outstanding ability and interest in art. The program supports members in their efforts to attain the highest standards in art scholarship, character, and service, and to bring art education to the attention of the school and community. The National Art Honor Society program, or NAHS, is for high school students, while the National Junior Art Honor Society program, or NJHS, is for middle school students. Participation in NAHS and NJHS provides your students, faculty, school, and community with invaluable benefits, including peer recognition, leadership growth opportunities, college and career preparation, recognition of your art program, and so much more, which we will discuss in this presentation. All of the resources shared in this presentation are available on the NAEA website, including a guide to establishing a successful chapter, video tutorials, and more. Before you begin a new NAHS or NJHS chapter at your school, it's important to obtain school approval. You can gather resources and benefits information to present to school administrators to get approval. Resources on the NAEA website includes a list of benefits for students, sponsors, and a letter of support. Once you've obtained approval, the first step to registering your NAHS or NJHS chapter is to join NAEA. Visit arteducators.org to join or renew your membership today. Once you've joined, download and review the latest NAHS chapter handbook. This download includes lots of helpful resources to get you started. One of the resources found in the NAHS chapter handbook is the program constitution, which outlines membership requirements. Membership is based on art scholarship, service, and character. Candidates must have completed at least one semester of high school or middle school art and maintain a B average in art courses. Members may remain active in the chapter even if art is not currently in their course schedule. After reviewing, nominate and select student members and invite them to join your new NAHS or NJHS chapter. NAEA has created a sample student membership form that you can use for students to join your NAHS or NJHS chapter. You can adapt this Google form or PDF to reflect your chapter's specific participation requirements and renewal new member process. These forms are not to be sent to NAEA and are for sponsor use only. Once you have a roster of your NAHS or NJHS student members, it's time to register or renew your chapter. Log into your NAEA account to register online through your member profile. This step-by-step video will walk you through the entire online registration process. You can also register your chapter via fax, mail, or email. After registering online, you will automatically receive email confirmation, which includes your NAHS or NJHS chapter charter. Be sure to check your spam folder. If registering through a school email, this message may be blocked due to your organization's email policy. If you've not received an email within 48 hours, please call or email us at nahs@arteducators.org. In addition to a chapter charter, this email will also include a link to digital student membership cards. In an effort to improve sustainability, membership cards are no longer automatically mailed. If you prefer to have physical cards mailed, you can contact us at nahs@arteducators.org. Please allow up to 4 weeks to deliver your NAHS materials. After registering, you can upload your bylaws and student roster to your chapter documents. Bylaws outline the obligations of memberships that are required to be part of your institution's chapter of NAHS or NJHS. Bylaws help ensure that your chapter upholds the national standards as defined in the NAEA chapter constitution. You can use the suggested bylaws provided in the handbook or amend sections to meet the needs of your chapter. Make sure to download the current roster form and list all members for the current school year. Don't forget to submit this information to your chapter documents in your NAEA profile. Once you've officially established your chapter, it's time to start planning. Begin by setting up communication for members to receive NAHS and NJHS updates, event reminders, and material downloads. Communication platforms can include an email list, social media page, or learning sites such as Google Classroom and Canvas. You also want to plan out your calendar for the school year. Establish a consistent day and time for meetings. For examples, after school on the first Thursday of each month. Some chapters choose to meet weekly, bi weekly, or monthly. Others meet before or after school or during lunch and elective periods. Find a time that works for you and your community. Use the NAHS NJHS program calendar to schedule major events throughout the year. The calendar includes important dates, deadlines, and meeting suggestions. During your first meeting, it's also important to establish clear roles and responsibilities. Although the sponsor is the main point of contact, the majority of these roles and responsibilities should be carried out by the student members. NAHS and NJHS chapters are an excellent opportunity for students to develop their creative leadership skills. You can find a list of suggested roles and responsibilities in the handbook to ensure that each member understands their specific duties, promoting accountability and effective collaboration. During your first meeting, you may want to finalize a list of officer duties and nominate candidates for president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and additional positions based on chapter needs. You can download a copy of our suggested duties and responsibilities of chapter officers. Chapters are not required to have officers, and some chapters may choose to have a leadership team instead of individual officers. You can choose to have positions that work best for you and your community. If holding an election, consider using Google Form and encourage candidates to submit statements ahead of time. One of the events you'll want to include in your calendar is an induction ceremony. You can choose to have an induction ceremony at any point during the school year, although often chapters tend to schedule them in late January or early February. Some chapters choose to connect with other art honor societies at their schools or include their induction ceremony as part of a larger awards program, or even during their school's art show. NAEA has created a new member induction ceremony PowerPoint and script that you can use to help you plan. Make sure to customize these to fit your chapter's needs and preferences. As part of your induction ceremony, you may want to include NAHS and NJHS merchandise such as certificates, pins, tassels, and cords. You can purchase these resources online through your NAEA member profile. Please allow at least 4 weeks for processing and shipping. One way to help you pay for these resources, as well as student membership dues, is through fundraising. Check out our list of fundraising ideas included in the NAHS chapter handbook, and check out past NAHS news submissions for ideas of what other chapters have done. It's also important to schedule community service art projects throughout the year. Remember that the three main components of an NAHS and NJHS chapter should be to support members in their efforts to attain the highest standards in art scholarship, character, and service. Download our list of 20 community service art ideas to find ways to foster creativity and positively impact your broader community. You will want to highlight all of the amazing things that your chapter is taking part in throughout the school year. Consider promoting your chapter activities by having a regular column in your school newspaper or PTA newsletter. Consider creating a social media account for your chapter, showcasing ongoing projects, events, student art, accomplishments, and more to engage the community and build support. Be sure to follow us at National Art Honor Society on Instagram and Facebook for updates and a chance to be featured. Another way to highlight your chapter activities is by submitting reports to NAHS News. NAHS News is a semi-yearly full-color electronic newsletter. Issues feature reports and photos from chapters around the world, student artwork, award winners, and general program information. All NAHS and NJHS chapters are encouraged to submit a chapter report, photos of chapters in action, and images of artwork for inclusion. If you need an idea of what to submit or want to see the creative things that other chapters have done over the years, visit the NAEA website to review past issues of NAHS News. As an NAHS and NJHS member, students and sponsors have access to a plethora of opportunities, including scholarships. You can view the current list of scholarships available to students in the NAHS chapter handbook and on the NAEA website. We also encourage sponsors to nominate students for the Rising Stars Secondary Recognition Program, which promotes art education as a career by recognizing up to 50 talented active NAHS members each year. Sponsors can also nominate themselves or another art educator for the Outstanding NAHS and NJHS Sponsor Award, which recognizes the dedication of an NAEA member who sponsors an outstanding NAHS or NJHS chapter. Visit the NAEA website for more information on these awards. Another opportunity for sponsors is to apply for a member at large position on the NAHS National Council. The National Council meets quarterly to review and offer recommendations for program development. A call for applications is announced each winter for an open at large position. The call for the middle level at large occurs in odd years, and the call for the secondary at large occurs in even years. Members at large serve 2-year terms and are appointed by the NAEA president. This year, we're excited to announce the launch of the first ever NAHS NJHS National Student Council Ambassadors Program. This council is an exclusive leadership opportunity for students who are registered NAHS NJHS chapter members and demonstrate a strong commitment to the arts and leadership. Student ambassadors will play a vital role in providing recommendations to NAEA regarding NAHS and NJHS programs. Visit the NAEA website to nominate a student for this exciting opportunity. We are also excited to announce our first ever logo concept design competition. We are seeking fresh and dynamic logo concept designs to use for our NAHS and NJHS programs. The new logos will represent the Society's commitment to fostering creativity at the highest standards in art scholarship, character, and service. This exclusive contest will launch in the fall of 2024, and the winning designs will be announced during the 2025 NAA convention. Each year, NAHS and NJHS chapter members are invited to submit artwork for inclusion in the annual juried virtual exhibition. This exhibition showcases the talents of NAHS and NJHS student members and is seen by visual arts education professionals, creative leaders, and students from across the globe. Mark your calendars and make sure to submit student work during the open call dates. Another exclusive opportunity for NAHS and NJHS student members is to attend one of our NAHS Connections Open Studio Conversations. This online series provides students the opportunity to connect with real-world artists. The series starts with an artist presentation and is followed by an interactive Q&A session led by NAHS and NJHS students. These open studio conversations also include instructional materials to share for exploration and discussion prior to the event. Events take place live via Zoom so that students can join the conversation. Recordings are also available for all NAHS and NJHS sponsors after each event to watch and share at chapter meetings. Be sure to save the date for our fall and spring NAHS Open Studio conversations. We hope that this presentation will help you get started in establishing your NAHS or NJHS chapter. You can access all of the resources shared in this presentation on NAEA's NAHS webpage. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact us via phone or email. You can also email NAEA staff directly. Paula Leese is NAEA's Youth and Pre-Service Program Manager, and Mackenzie Wright is NAEA's Member Services and NAHS NJHS Coordinator. We are here to help in any way that we can. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope you join our National Art Honor Society's community.